What is going on in the world of social media? There are so many changes and updates and things of that sort going on with social media that it is crazy. But we're going to delve into it. So, we're going to talk about the elephant in the room, so to speak, and it's about the TikTok pending ban. So, today is Saturday that I'm recording this video. Today's the final day to download any of your content, to migrate to any platforms that you think that you might want to start using. Um, but the question is TikTok really going away? And the reason why I say that is because if you log onto your Facebook page, your personal page, I have a professional profile for my personal. Right up under where it says professional dashboard, add to story, advertise, there is an option to add your TikTok link to your Facebook profile. Then it says build your credibility by showing a link to your TikTok profile and your number of followers. So it has two boxes up under it. One option says not now, and the other one says add a link. So if TikTok was going somewhere, why would you pop that on Facebook? Facebook and TikTok are owned by two different companies. Facebook owns Instagram. So attaching your Instagram there seems reasonable, but you can have your WhatsApp number up there as well. But it's very, very suspicious about this whole, adding your TikTok link. So that's why I say there's a big but in what's going on. Um, I don't have any connections. All I know is what's out there floating on the TikTok streets, and which people believe that there is something going on, that maybe there's some sort of connection with TikTok and Facebook, which is quite interesting because it said that the owner of TikTok was actually a intern at Meta slash Facebook years ago. So it's quite interesting. But I will say that is up in the air. I actually did migrate some of my content from my business TikTok page to fan base, which I've had a fan base page for over a year. Just not active on it. Never, I used it because I had some posts up there, but I wasn't too active on there. Um, and let's jump to Instagram, right? Because then from there, I'm going to talk about some other apps that are popping up that you may consider or want to think about using. So, yesterday, these changes popped up on your Instagram account where they changed the size of your pictures. If you had any pictures on your graph, those pictures, they are now not the 1080 by 1080 anymore. They have changed. So I think this was like a quiet update, to be honest with you, because I did not hear or see any updates about this coming. So I think this was a quiet update. But basically, the grid has changed, and they changed it from square previews to rectangular format. So square used to be 1:1 aspect ratio, not radio, but ratio. Um, Now it's 4:5. 4:5, not 4:5, but yeah, 4:5. But what it is the actual size is now, it's not 4:5, but the actual size of it is um, 1080 by, what does that say? 1350. That is now the size of the rectangular grid that you will see. So basically, it's a portrait grid. So if you have any reels, your reels look the same. But if you have any pictures, your pictures are now kind of out of whack. Now, what you could do is you can go in and you would need to do this each individual picture that you have on your Instagram. But if you log into your Instagram account and you click on the picture, the one that's a picture, and when you click on your picture, what you would do is you would hit, let me see, I'm gonna go to one of the pictures. You would hit the three dots on the top right hand side in your picture. Scroll all the way down, you'll see an option that says adjust preview. Once you hit adjust preview, just hit the option that says fit, and it will fit the picture into the size of the 1080 by 1080, which was what it was before. So that is a tedious thing if you wanted to go through, if you have any pictures in probably like what the first 4 rows of your grid, you can go in and do it. If you do all reels, then it's nothing that you need to adjust because your reels look fine. But it really, really sucks that you wake up to find that something's new. So that's kind of weird. Like I said, I did not see any news of this coming out. The only news that they had been talking about is how Instagram will now show your friends which reels that you've liked, and that option will, you'll see top right corner in like a little bubble, and it'll show your icon with your picture and a heart. They talked about that. They also talked about doing away with um, fact checking and things of that sort. So those were the updates that they talked about. They did not speak about changing the grid, changing the layout so that it's not going to a picture app, although they've said this many, many years ago, but they also implemented reels in there. So now when you upload any sort of picture, you need to make sure that you upload it to the correct size and not to 1080 by 1080. And honestly, if you use Canva, it's already on Canva as a social media graphic that you can use. You just need to pick that option. So yeah, that's a lot going on in the first, what, how many minutes have I been on? In the first 8 minutes, right? The other thing that I want to talk about is I've gotten a lot of messages of people that are feeling overwhelmed because they feel like, number one, they don't feel like learning another platform. Like they hung out on TikTok. They spent a lot of time on TikTok. They built up their business on TikTok. They built up their followers on TikTok. They got verified. They got compensated by TikTok. So they're wondering, where's the apps to go to? What's a good suggestion? I'm just going to run down the list of social media apps. Whether you decide to go on these apps or not, that is totally your choice. Whether you decide that you don't want to use any type of meta products, again, that's your choice, but you have to figure out what's best for you. But there are several apps that you could use. Honestly, there are apps that are similar to how TikTok was, but there will be nobody that will have what you have with TikTok right now. And again, I don't believe that it's going anywhere, to be honest with you. But here are some of the apps that are out that if you wanted to check to see if any of your people are hanging out there, you can do that. So you have Blue Sky. Blue Sky is very similar to how the old Twitter was. And the person that created Twitter, he actually created Blue Sky. So there are a lot of people that's hanging out on Blue Sky. The other one is called Spill. um, SPILL. That is a app that I've been on for a while. I don't use it, um, but I've already created an account. There's another app called Favorited, uh, and it's just like I said, Favorited. Um, and that is a live streaming app, and very similar to how, Periscope was. Um, that's different. I'm not on that as much. Threads, I am on Threads pretty much every day, whether I am posting or whether I am responding to what I see on my timeline. I enjoy that. To me, it's very similar to how Twitter was. There's an app in the process called Neptune. I am on the Discord for that. They are creating that, and that is created by two women. Um, so many. um, oh my god, I just downloaded another app. I just got to figure out where I put it at. I kind of try to keep all of my apps in one place. But I am not doing a great job because it's so many. There is also an app called Fanbase. That Fanbase makes it easy for you to migrate your content from TikTok or even Instagram. Um, and Fanbase has been around for a while. They are still building out certain things, but you as a creator can get paid from Fanbase, and um, you can actually buy into Fanbase. So you can be an investor in Fanbase as well. You can live stream on Fanbase as well. You can make content for public, or you can make content specifically for your subscribers, and your subscribers are the ones that actually pay for your content. Um, there's another one. Clapper is a new one. I've not downloaded that one. They said with Clapper, you can actually migrate your content from TikTok as well. I'm not 100% sure on that. But what I will say is, even though I'm listing out these apps, just because I'm listing them out does not mean that you need to um, join these apps. You need to do what's best for you, and not overwhelm yourself. Because this is my business of social media, I will join a lot of various apps, but I join the apps as as an observer, I should say. I join them as an observer, and I see what kind of content is going on, how the vibe is. If it's something that I want to join as or grab up my business name handle, then I will do that. But a lot of the apps that I've joined recently, I've not joined as I've not grabbed up my business handle because I'm still checking out the vibe and seeing if it's something that I'm interested in. There's also a new app called BU, um, very similar to, I guess, how Facebook was back in the days. So it's a social app. Um, it's a social app as well. I downloaded. I have not registered for it just yet, but I've downloaded it, and it's like it's so many apps that are coming out, and I get it. Neptune is being built. I'm on a Discord for that. Um, so I can see once that comes out. And I learned about Neptune through TikTok. So there are way more apps, to be honest with you, way more apps that are out there that are being built, or that are out there that are still fresh and new, looking for people to join them. Be very cautious of where you decide to go. I know that there is another app called Red Note. I always call it Red. I always think about Red Door because I think that was a store, but it's called Red Note. And that app, a lot of people from TikTok have migrated to already. Um, that app is, I want to say, made it's out of China, basically. And I believe a lot of the content that comes down on the timeline is in Mandarin. Although I've heard that with your app, with your phone, you can have your app switch it over to be all English speaking instead of any Mandarin. I've not downloaded that app actually, and I probably won't download that app. There's some apps that I'm just like, yeah, no, it's not going to happen for me. But that's just me, right? I know where I want to hang at, where I don't want to hang at. But honestly, there's so many. Of course, because I'm on the Discord for Neptune, I will join that when that comes out, and I'm feeling the energy in the Neptune Discord, and I enjoy that. Um, and plus, they keep you up to date with everything that goes on, and they ask for your input and things of that sort. So I will obviously join Neptune and see what that's about. So yeah, that's my rundown of the apps. Again, do not overwhelm yourself. Do not think that you need to get on every single app. Do what works best for you. If you have just enough energy for Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, keep that same energy for those. You do not need to jump ship if you were on TikTok and you enjoyed it. You don't think that you need to jump ship. You just need to do what's best for you and don't overwhelm yourself. Because honestly, there are several apps that are in the making. There are several apps that are fresh and new. And there are people that are just they're looking to get back that energy that TikTok gave, now that it has been officially banned. Um, but again, we shall see. Because I really think that it's strange, really, that if you log into Facebook, that you will see an option to add your TikTok. Why are we adding TikTok to Facebook if TikTok is going to be banned as of midnight tonight? So share your thoughts and comment. Let me know what you think, how you feel. Is this a lot? I think it's a lot, and this is the business that I am in. But I do believe this is a lot. But again, as I always say, do what you can do, but don't overwhelm yourself, because there will always be another social media app. But it's just what you're comfortable doing and joining again. And I'll catch you guys on the next video.